All right, guys. So we're here live again. We have a special guest today. We have Mr. Ernie Perez. We just closed on his property, one of his properties that he eventually sold. Just a quick background: he decided to do it for sale by owner, as many of my past clients have decided to do, and obviously he went through the course of for sale by owner. And the first question that I want to see and kind of get his feedback and what his experience was doing for sale by owner, kind of with all the calls and text messages I'm assuming you were receiving, right, Ernie?
That's correct. First of all, thank you, John, for having me on. We'll call it your channel here, but I appreciate you having me on. Yes, I could tell you, as many folks nowadays are trying to save a dollar. I was one of those, along with my brother, selling our parents' home. We wanted to sell it by owner, thinking, hey, we can save the 5-6%, whatever that going rate is at the time. To our surprise, not only was it a negative experience, but the amount of calls that were coming in to my brother and I, both by realtor coming in and also by folks that you would think they're legit customers, but these folks were flippers or folks that were looking at investment. So they, on top of the fact that the phone calls were annoying, you were dealing with folks that were lowballing you on the sale of your home. That's correct, John.
Yeah. Yeah, because typically, and my business is very listing based. I work with purely homeowners, and I help them get them the most amount of money ultimately once we get it sold. And there's two main reasons that I've seen why homeowners do for sale by owner. You've answered one of them, but one of them is maybe had a bad experience in the past with a previous agent, and they don't want to be tied down to a long-term contract. And then the second reason is what you just hit on, was the commission. They're trying to save money on the commission side. Well, obviously, you said based on the amount of phone calls you get, I was one of those phone calls of realtors that you received. What made you decide to try out my services instead of other realtors offering you their services?
Well, I'll be honest with you. When you called me, when you notified me, I'm in the investigative business, so I felt that sincere. I mean, your tone was one that was on the up and up, if you will. You weren't. I took it like you weren't into just the sale of the home or trying to make a quick buck. I could tell that you were passionate about what you do, and you kind of reeled me in a little bit. Mm-hmm. And I would take it a step further. You then said, I'm going to send you my resume. I'm a little bit old school. So when you said resume, I assumed that it was a paper resume. Mm-hmm. So to my surprise, when I received your email and I opened up this paper resume, it was a video of yourself. That did it. That video, I was looking dead in your eyes. You were looking dead at me via video there. And I said, oh, this guy is it. I quickly called my brother and told him, hey, we have ourselves an agent, and we want to move forward with this kid.
Yeah. I always try to be different, try to stand out, and especially not only the video, and I appreciate that. I do offer a for sale by owner backup plan that I'm sure you remember, what kind of also, caught your attention, that basically I don't tie you down to a long-term contract, giving the homeowners all the right to opt out of that contract. Not only that, but I allow you guys to still sell the home on your own for a while before, while on the market as your agent in that property. And if that happens, you do save a ton on the commission, because at the end of the day, you did find the buyer on your own. They did contact you. And we both know the internet is a big place nowadays. So once you publish that ad online, and while me still having it on the market as your agent, they can still contact you as a buyer, and yeah, at the same time, you save a ton of money on that as well. Well, I mean, based off on that, Ernie, what did you appreciate more and like most about working with me in the process of selling your parents' home?
It was your personal touch, John. I've probably been involved in three home sales, if you will. But you took it to a different level in our book. But it's that personal touch that you gave it. Your interpersonal skills. You're always looking for the customer's well-being. So overall, if I could put it in one way, I mean, you were the total package in my book, and I appreciate everything you did for us.
Yes.
And I hope that, we can continue to stay in touch. I know that down the road, my wife and I are looking at selling our home and getting out of South Florida, and definitely going to be using your services for sure. So yeah, outstanding. I couldn't be happier.
I appreciate that. I think you mentioned that you wanted to move out to the West Coast, isn't it?
West Coast of Florida. We have to be careful when we say West Coast, but yes, that's correct, sir. Sarasota, Fort Myers area, that area there, correct.
Much more calmer than here in South Florida, right?
100%.
And by the way, guys, we did sell his property for a bit over what we were asking for.
Yes.
In the beginning, so just keep that in mind. Market is still hot, and I could get that make that happen for you guys. And now, before we head out, and my last question to conclude, to anybody out there who is thinking about selling or already has is selling for sale by owner, has their Zillow ad online, and maybe I talked to them already, or maybe like I said, everybody looks everybody up online, and they're gonna come across this video. What would you tell somebody considering or maybe on the fence about hiring me, working with me, and starting the process with me?
Well, I can sit here and blow smoke. Like I said, I'm old school. I can tell those folks to give you a try, but I would like to extend, raise the bar a little bit here. My email is ernlei@Yahoo. And if anyone listening would like, shoot me an email and want to speak to me about John, I'll be more than happy to. I'm not going to sit here and try to sell a product. The guy is the real deal. But again, ernlei@Yahoo is my personal email. So if you folks want to reach out and talk to me about John, I can give you more details. I can give you a more in-depth personal experience that I had with the sale of my parents' house.
You definitely went the extra mile there. I do appreciate that for putting your email out there. And yeah, anybody who listens to this and they want to get a real organic opinion about my services, go ahead and contact Mr. Ernie Perez. He'll give you the honest truth.
100%.
I do appreciate you. I know you're a busy guy. Thank you for coming, giving me a few minutes to make this quick client testimonial video. I hope anybody who listens to it, gets that peace of mind and feels a little bit more comfortable about, who are considering using my services. So Ernie, I do appreciate you, and we will definitely be in touch, my friend.
Thank you, John. Have a great day. Have a great day, guys.
Yes, sir.